युक्ताः कामरागबलान्विताः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः मां चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु आयुः सत्त्वबलारोग्यसुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्याः स्निग्धाः स्थिरा हृद्याः आहाराः सात्विकप्रियाः कट्वं ललवणात्युष्णतीक्ष्णरूक्षविदाहिनः आहारा राजसस्येष्टाः दुःखशोकामयप्रदाः यातयामं गतरसं पूतिपर्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम् अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञः विधिदृष्टो य युज्यते यष्टव्यमेवेति मनः समाधाय स सात्विकः अभिसन्धाय तु फलं दम्भार्थमपि चैव यत् युज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठ तं यज्ञं विद्धि राजसं विधिहीनमसृष्टान्नं मन्त्रहीनमदक्षिणं श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञं तामसं परिचक्षते देवद्विजगुरुप्राज्ञपूजनं शौचमार्जवं ब्रह्मचर्यमहिंसा च शारीरं तप उच्यते अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते मनः प्रसादः सौम्यत्वं मौनमात्मविनिग्रहः भावसंशुद्धिरित्येतत् तपोमानसमुच्यते श्रद्धया परया तप्तं तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरैः अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्युक्तैः सात्विकं परिचक्षते सत्कारमानपूजार्थं तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तदिह प्रोक्तं राजसं चलमध्रुवम् मूढग्राहेणात्मनो यत् पीडया क्रियते तपः परस्योत्सादनार्थं वा तत्तामसमुदाहृतं दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयतेऽनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतं यत्तु प्रत्युपकारार्थं फलमुद्दिश्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं राजसं स्मृतम् आदेशकाले यद्दानम् अपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असत्कृतमवज्ञातं तत्तामसमुदाहृतम् ॐ तत्सदिति निर्देशः ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः ब्राह्मणास्तेन वेदाश्च यज्ञाश्च विहिताः पुरा तस्मादोमित्युदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपः क्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनां तदित्यनभिसन्धाय फलं यज्ञतपः क्रियाः दानक्रियाश्च विविधाः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिः सद्भावे साधुभावे च सदित्येतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्छब्दः पार्थयुज्यते यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् असदित्युच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह। ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे श्रद्धात्रयविभागयोगो नाम सप्तदशोऽध्यायः।
ओम नमः परमऋषिभ्यो नमः परमऋषिभ्यः। हरि ओम। उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाखिमूले तद्धाम दाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमूर्त्याम् जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम् अद्राक्षम् अक्षीणदयानिधानम् आचार्यमाद्यं वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुतन्तं विद्राविताशेषतमोगणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनां निरस्यमायां दयया विधत्ते देवो महान् तत्त्वमसीति बोधम् ममाद्यदेवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात्कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् आविद्यगध्वान्तमपाकरोतु। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। अपारसच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि। करुणापूर्णसुधाब्धे कबलितघनविश्वरूप किरणावल्या अरुणाचलपरमात्मन् अरुणो भवचित्तकञ्जसुविकासाय त्वयि अरुणाचल सर्वं भूत्वा स्थित्वा प्रलीनमेतच्चित्रम् हृद्यहमित्यात्मतया नृत्यसि भोः ते वदन्ति हृदयं नाम। अहमिति कुत आयातीत्यन्विष्यान्तः प्रविष्टयात्यमलधियाम् अवगम्य स्वं रूपं शाम्यत्यरुणाचलत्वयि नदीवाब्धौ त्यक्त्वा विषयं बाह्यं रुद्धप्राणेन रुद्धमनसान्तस्त्वां ध्यायन् पश्यति योगी दीधितिम् अरुणाचलत्वयि महीयं ते त्वयि अर्पितमनसा त्वां पश्यन् सर्वं तवाकृतितया सततं भजते अनन्यप्रीत्या सजयत्यरुणाचलत्वयि सुखे मग्नहम् हृदयकुहरमध्ये केवलं ब्रह्ममात्रं ह्यहम् अहमिति साक्षात् आत्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वतामज्जता वां पवनचलनरोधादात्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम् जिष्णो त्वं कृष्णसूतः खलु समरमुखे बन्धुघाते दयालुं खिन्नं तं वीक्ष्य वीरं किमिदमयि सखे नित्य एकोऽयम् आत्मा को वध्यः कोऽत्र हन्ता तदिह वधभियं प्रोज्झ्य मय्यर्पितात्मा धर्म्यं युद्धं चरेति प्रकृतिमन यथा दर्शयन् विश्वरूपम्. Yesterday we saw the last we saw 16th shloka. Now the context is jnanam. This chapter is named Sannyāsa Yoga because it deals with jnanam, Atma Jnanam. In the 14th verse, Bhagavan spoke about kartrutva, doership. The sole cause for suffering, according to Vedanta, is not action but doership. Not the result or fruit, but the enjoyership. Burnt by the midday sun, our body burns. Terrible heat. You go to Tiruvannamalai in the month of May. The body will burn. Like that, the doership is burning the mind. Ashtavakra Samhita says, Kartrutva Dukkha Martanda Jwala. Martanda means that terrific sun. And who is this terrific sun? Kartrutva Martanda. Kartrutva Dukkha Martanda. The sorrow of doership, the suffering, misery of doership, when it is blazing forth, making you suffer. What is the antidote, medicine for that? Prashama Piyusham. Piyusha means very cool nectar. Prashama Piyusha Dhara, the stream of very cool Shitala Dhara. And what is that dhara? It is the knowledge of non-doership. I am not the doer. Ishvara has not given doership to us. He has not allotted action to anyone. People very easily quote Bhagavad Gita. We know Bhagavad Gita. What Bhagavad Gita says? Do your duty. Very easy. If that is Bhagavad Gita's teaching, you need not study Gita at all. This very conscience of duty is making person suffer. Gita is not telling you to do your duty, but it is giving you a very profound knowledge of what action is. What does it mean to act? Who is the actor? Who is the enjoyer of the fruit? So the complexity of action you observe, and the root of this complexity is in ego, the doership. The I am the doer. Karomi karma. Who is this karta? Who is this doer? When you search for this doer, when you inquire the real nature of this doer, you find that the doer is not there. Actions pertain to nature. Nature is doing. The body, blood is flowing. Prana is going inside and coming out. Heart pumping is happening. Lungs, kidney, brain. So many departments are working. Are we doing that? We are eating food. Are we digesting? That is why we say shloka, yo antah pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjivayati. That Bhagavan who is within and he enlivens my words. Not only words, anyamscha, hasta, charana, the hands, the leg, all other limbs and the inner things like heart or liver or intestine, all that is being worked by the presence of Antaryami. Yas sarveshu bhuteshu tishthan. Yas sarvebhyo bhutebhyaha antaraha. Yam sarvani bhutani na viduhu. Yasya sarvani bhutani shariram. Eshate atma antaryami amrtaha. He is the indweller in all the bodies. And he is the inner monitor, inspirer inside every body. And he is not known by creatures. And he is this Antaryami. This Antaryami, by his mere presence, makes everything alive. Things are happening. So, na kartrutvam, na karmani, lokasya srijati prabhu na karma phala sanyogam swabhavastu pravartate. This swabhava, this prakriti is activating, is acting. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhu. There is no doership, all punya, papa, etc. It is all happening because the person is considering himself as the doer. When the doership is not there, nothing affects. Why the doership is there? Because you do not know the truth about Atma, your real self. Ajnana. Ajnanena avritam jnanam. Tena muhyanti jantavaha. This jantu is suffering because of ajnanam. Actually, Atma Swarupa cannot be covered. We say cloud covers the sun. But cloud cannot cover the sun. It is only covering your eyes. It is near your eyes, not near sun. But the foolish person tells that cloud is covering the sun. Ghanachanna drishti, ghanachanna markam, yatha nishprabham manyate chati moodhaham. तथा बद्धवद् भाति यो मूढ़ दृष्टेः स नित्योपलब्धि स्वरूपोऽहम् आत्मा स नित्योपलब्धि स्वरूपोऽहम् आत्मा. I am that nityopalabdhi swarupaha atma, ever attained atma, ever attained chaitanya, pure consciousness. The fool says that the cloud is covering the sun because his vision is covered. The sun is ever shining. Like that, Atma is ever shining forth within everyone. There is no moment when it is not shining. Even in deep sleep, it is shining. You are not able to know, but it is shining. That is why you want to go there. That is why when you wake up, you feel apada, sukham. It was so refreshing, deep. That was an experience. Without experience, how can you say, I had very refreshing sleep? So there was something very deeply refreshing. It is shining forth there also. So that Nitya Prakasha Swarupa and the Buddhi has not woken up, has not turned its attention towards that. Due to ignorance, it is knowing the Atma, misunderstanding the Atma as the Jiva. And thinks I am born, I am growing, I will grow old, I have disease, I will die. My beloved is suffering. I am suffering. I have lost my relative, my friend. In the 15th chapter, Shankaracharya goes on like this, describing the suffering. These are all founded on this I. Which is unreal, mere imagined stuff. It is like an imagined appearance in space. This is avarana. Non-recognition of the substratum, the adhisthana, makes the appearance of jiva, the ego, possible. You look at the ego, inquire its true nature, then avidya is gone. That pure Chaitanya manifests. So, jnanena tu tad ajnanam yesham nashitam atmanah. Through Atma Vichara Jnana, when Ajnana is removed. Here Jnana means Atma Vichara. By Atma Vichara, when Avidya is removed, not inquiring into the real nature of the I is the cause for doership. So for the first time, you turn towards your own I, Aham, and look at it. That is Nididhyasanam. Hold on to it. Then that looking, that observation into the center, the I, it removes the false I, the ego I, which is putting the show of doership and enjoyership. The moment the false I is removed, the true I, which is the substratum, reveals in all its splendor. Ahamayam kuto bhavati chinvatah aipatatyaham nija vicharanam ahaminasha bhaji ahamaham taya spurati hirtsvayam paramapurna sat. Ahamayam kutaha bhavati iti chinvataha. By inquiring into the I, where from it arises. What is its nature? Kim swarupamiti atmadarshane. Avyaya bhava purna chit sukham. What is its nature? What is this I? It is something which constantly is making itself felt inside the body. In the waking, in the dream. So you question it, then that jnanam reveals that the jiva bhava, that is this I thought, is unreal. When the I thought is seen as unreal, the true I, which is Bhagavat Swarupa, which is Shuddha Chaitanya, Prakriti Vikriti Bhinnaha, Shuddha Bodha Swabhavaha, Sad Asad Idam Ashesham Bhasayan. Here Sat means Jagrat Sopana, Asat means deep sleep. All are illumined by that. Sad Asad Idam Ashesham Bhasayan Nirvisheshaha. Unconditioned. Vilasati Paramatma. Bhagavad Pada says Paramatma is revealing, is luminous. Vilasati Paramatma Jagradadishu avasthasu. In the Jagrat, in the Swapana and Sushupti, all these states, Vilasati Paramatma Jagradadishu avasthasu aham aham iti sakshat sakshi rupena buddhehe. As aham aham, as sakshi, as the witness to all the three states, as the self-effulgence, it reveals itself. So this, here Bhagavan says, Adityavat, like the sun, like the Aditya, Surya. like the splendorous sun that illumines everything in the world. Jnana illumines the inner self. Atma-vichara or self-enquiry is the only way to realize the self. By the light of enquiry, one recognizes the timeless, spaceless, and causeless being deep within. To attain jnana, the knowledge of the self, one must approach a master who has got true experience and knowledge. A Shrotriya Brahmanishta Acharya Deva Vidya Vidita Sadhishtam Prapati. It comes in the Chandogya Upanishad. So this Bhagavan says here, so through Shravana and Manana, contemplation and profound meditation, like you do the churning of two fire sticks. First spark comes, then whatever dry leaves you have put, they catch fire. Then it burns that sticks also. Like that, the Guru is one stick and the disciple is the second stick. Purva Arani, Uttara Arani. Acharyo Araniradhya syad. Ante vasya Uttara Aranihi. Tat sandhanam pravachanam. This pravachanam, discourse, talks, teaching, is the churning. Vidya sandhihi sukhavaha. There Vidya is born. Acharya purva rupam ante vasyuttara rupam vidya sandhihi pravachanagum sandhanam. Acharyakya adharastarani samanumilat shishya samjnottararanyāvedhodbhāsitena Sputatara paribodhagnina dahyamane. That bodhagni arises and it burns. Karmali, vasana, tanu. The karma, the vasana, and even the body is burnt in the jnanagni. Tatkrita bhranti kantara pure. A big forest of delusion created by the body, the action, the doership. It creates such a jungle around you. Bhranti kantara pure dahya bhavena vidya shikhinicha virate. When nothing remains to be burnt, that fire goes down. Then what remains? Tvanmayi khalu avastha. That avastha, that samadhi, where only Brahman shines forth, nothing else. The Guru is gone, disciple is gone, teaching is gone, book is gone, Atma-vichara is gone, the doership is gone. That pure expanse of absolute peace. Na shastram, na shasta, na shishyo, na shiksha. Nachatvam, nachaham, nachayam prapanchaha. Swarupavabodha vikalpa sahishnuhu tadeko vashishta shiva kevaloham. As Shankaracharya puts it in his Nirvana Dashakam or Dashashloki. So, this glimpse of Atma, Swarupa, arises. Sometimes like a lightning it comes. Sometimes you are listening. The teacher is a Shrotriya Brahmanishta And the listener is a mumukshu, shraddha is there, bhakti is there, preparation is there through upasana, the mind is very receptive. Then suddenly, like a lightning, Atma Jnana arises. Recognition of that adhisthana happens. For a split second, it comes and goes. Even for a split second, that lightning comes and goes. Shastra, somewhere, a very beautiful example is given. A very valuable diamond is lost on a dark night, and the person is searching. One sheet of light from lightning, he locates the diamond, the purpose is over. One moment the light comes, the light need not stay. He has owned the diamond in that one moment. Like that, Tadillata Samaruchihi, Lalita Sahasranama it comes. Like lightning, one spark, one moment of recognition of Atma, Swarupa. That itself gives him Atma Jnana. But mostly, the vasana of doership and enjoyership. Vasana means the patterns that you have created during your ignorant travel in life. The patterns that you have created in your mind, to erase them, you might take time. The buddhi has to get itself absorbed in that. The ego has to merge in that true I, in the self. One has to sit there. Then he reaches the state of no more coming back. This is what Bhagavan says in the next verse. So we will come to that verse. Before that, we will read the 16th verse once more. Jnanena tu tadajnanam
Tajnanam
yesham nashitamatmanaha
Yesham Nashitamatmanaha
tesham adityavajnanam
Tesham Adityavajnanam
prakashayati tatparam
Prakashayati Tatparam
tadbuddhayastadaatmanaha
Tadbuddhayastadaatmanaha
tannishtaha tatparayanaha
Tannishtastatparayanaha
gacchantya punaravrittim
Gacchantya punaravrittim
jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha
Jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha
tadbuddhayaha. Those whose intellect is wholly absorbed in that. That buddhi is ekatva nishayatmika buddhi. That buddhi, tomorrow morning we will see that Vijnanamaya Kosham. A small ignorance in the buddhi causes all these problems. When we do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, we are cleansing the buddhi. The buddhi first should accept that I want Atma Jnanam. That also the buddhi has to do. Otherwise, you are born in a very devout family. Right from your birth, around you, satsanga is happening. Your father and mother, your parents are taking you there. They are telling you study Bhagavad Gita and constantly telling you this is the goal of life. But your friend is not allowing you to accept it. He is no more your friend. In 6th chapter, Bhagavan says, if the buddhi is a real companion, he is a friend. If he is not guiding you in a right way, he is your enemy. Bandhur atmatmanastaiva enatmanaiva atmana jidaha anatmanastu shatrutve varteda atmaiva shatruvat. Here atma is buddhi. Vijnana sarathir yastu. Upanishad says, this buddhi is sarathi, he is the driver of life. So when the buddhi is not convinced, generally children when they reach the age of 16, 17, they are very well convinced that our parents do not know anything. Nadai marum, udai marum, as Arunagirinatha says, everything changes. In Vasishta, Yoga Vasishta says, if a person very safely crosses that border of Yauvanam without getting hurt by ignorance, he is dhanya, blessed. Because that is the stage where you slip. So buddhi is your friend, buddhi is your enemy also. So whoever may give you jnanam, if your buddhi is not ready to accept it, is not permitting you to listen, this jnanam cannot bless you. So tad buddhaya, buddhi has to stay in that. Bhagavan says, you do bhakti, then you will get my grace, kripa. And what is grace? Dadami buddhi yogam tam enamam upayanti te. I will give them buddhi yogam. I will convince their intellect. If the intellect is convinced, even if the senses are not orderly, even if the mind is impure, the buddhi tells that this is the right path. And one feels, I am on a wrong path. My mind is not all right. My senses are not in order. Then it doesn't matter. Soon the person will purify himself. Because the driver is good. The vehicle has entered some wrong path. He will find the way back. If the driver is not good, even if the vehicle is good, no use. Where to go? Don't know. So, tad buddhayaha. This is very important. In the beginning, Shastra Patana is tad buddhitvam. Guru Padesha Shravana is tad buddhitvam. Tad buddhayaha. Then tadatmanaha. What he has heard, he is making his ego abide in that. He is meditating, I am Brahman, I am Atma, I am not the body. I am the pure Atma, self, Shuddha Chaitanyam. He means the intellect is assisting him to purify the mind, to make the mind get absorbed in Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. So tad buddhayaha tadatmanaha. Then this tadatmanaha is Atma Vichara. Now your Atma is Shariram, mind, etc. And when the Buddhi tells you, I am not Shariram, I am not mind, then you remove the body, the mind by Vichara. And what remains as that pure awareness, you recognize I am that. That is tadatmanaha. Then Nishayena sthitihi nishtha. Tasminneva nishtha. Tan nishthaha. Abidance there. Tan nishthaha. This much itself is very difficult for a person whose mind is not pure, scattered, not sufficient bhakti, not sufficient shraddha, not sufficient vishwasa in Guru Vakya and Shruti Vakya. It is very difficult. So when all these factors assist him, all these elements gives him that fundamental things for further going. That foundation is made strong. Then the last thing is tat parayanaha. Tat parayanaha means no more any other work in the world. Today morning in Viveka Chudamani, Bhashyam, Chandrasekhara Bharati Swami's words we saw, not even Nishkama Karma. Nitya Karma, Naimittika Karma, Nishkama Karma, all gone. That is possible only for a Paramahamsa, not for others. This Parayanatvam will not come till the person becomes a Paramahamsa. Because other than anything, other than Bhagavan, nothing exists for him. Then only he becomes a Parayana, Tat Parayana. Tadeva Parayana. Nothing else. Tamevaikam janatha atmanam anya vacho vimunjatha amritasesha sedu. All other pursuits are gone. Nothing else exists. So that is tat parayana. Then what happens? Gachanti apunaravartyam. He enters into that abode from where there is no coming back. Pokku varavu illa poduveliyinil. That infinitude where there is no coming and going. Gachanti apunaravartyam jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. By the power of jnanam, all dust is gone. All dross is removed. All impurities, egoistic movements are gone. No more egoistic movements. So this is the highest state, Bhagavan says, apunaravarti. No more birth. Otherwise, till we become mature, we will come back. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Iha samsare bahu dustare. Very difficult. Kripaya pare pahi murare. So, till the person reaches this state, somewhere he will take birth. not necessarily human birth. Some higher birth can occur. Deva Sharira, Gandharva Sharira. Somewhere he can take birth. Tadas sarveshu lokeshu or sargeshu lokeshu sharirattvaya kalpate. Upanishad says, some world he will have some body, not necessarily this flesh body. He can have wind body, fire body, some kind of elemental body to finish his prarabdha, to remove the ajnana completely. But when one attains the highest jnanam, then no more coming back. Gachanti apunaravrtim. Jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. Avriti is the key word. Avriti means round. See, when we go to circus, I don't know when now it is there will be a big globe. Inside the motorbike will go round. And they will go like this also. Upside, coming around. And people all watch with so much awe. What is there? It is sheer nonsense. Because the bike is made to go from one place to another. But it is not going any distance. The same place going round. But you are interested because that is showing what we are doing. So we are thrilled. So this is avriti. Every thought and every action that we shoot out is like a boomerang. It will go and come back. It makes a circle and comes back to us. If we do not know how to handle it, it can hit back terribly. Sometimes it does like that. All the miseries in life are brought about by such hitting back of actions. You send it, after some time it comes back and hits you. Actions are solidified thoughts. Thoughts are nothing but a sign of unawareness of the nature of the self. The mind is another name for avriti. This going around, all the world is in mind. You dream. And that is psychic world. After death, how will we travel? Not in this space, in that space. The dream space. The Upanishad says that is, there are two loka. Chandogya Upanishad says, idam cha paralokam cha swapana sthanam hi paralokam. This is one world and swapana sthanam is the other world. So as long as this dream world you see, that is you become familiar with that, you know that road. Yamaloka, everything is there. Devaloka, everything is there. So which world I will go? You look at your own thoughts, you will know which world you will go. You have good upasana loka will come. In dream also you will have upasana devata. If you have Brahma vichara, in dream also you will have Brahma vichara. So that reflects your world. The mind is another name for avriti. Body, senses, actions, events are all projected by the mind. Viveka Chudamani. Nahyasti avidya manasoti rikta manohi avidya bhavabandha hetuhu tasmin vinashte sakalam vinashtam vijrumbhidesmin sakalam vijrumbhade. When it comes out, projects, everything comes out. A devotee once asked Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, how can I control the mind? The sage said, if you know the self, there will be no mind for you to control. When you know the Atma Tattva, you know the mind is nothing but an illusion. If there is no mind, there is no world, no misery. What remains is only pure existence, consciousness and bliss. When that jnana arises, then this Bheda Buddhi is gone. He looks at the entire world as Bhagavad Swarupa. That is true bhakti. In Bhagavata, Ekadasha Skanda, there are descriptions about who is the highest bhakta. Bhagavatottama. There the Navayogis, they say, Sarva Bhuteshu Yaf Pashyet Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanaha Bhutani Bhagavati Atmani Esha Bhagavatottamaha. One who beholds that Bhagavad Bhava. Bhagavad Bhava means that Chaitanya Bhava. That Jnanam. Atmanaha Bhagavad Bhavam. The real nature of Atma. And all beings in Bhagavan, they are arising and vanishing in Bhagavan and existing in Bhagavan. Such a devotee, such a jnani is the highest devotee. And this is the way for peace. Remove all vikalpa. In Bhagavata, you might have heard the last portion is where Uddhava, one of the greatest devotees of Bhagavan, is asking for Upadesha to Krishna. Both of them are very old, almost 120 years old, of same age. And Uddhava said to Krishna, I have seen so many yogis, O Bhagavan. They are struggling to control their mind. With all the techniques of yoga, klishyanti, he says they are also suffering. Prayashah pundarika aksha. In a general rule, he says, I have seen many. Yogino yunjado manaha. Vishidanti asamadhanad. Manonigraha karshitaha. Trying to control the mind, they have become very lean. So Bhagavan, don't give me a big course of sadhana. Already I am very old. Anjasa, in a simple way, I have to attain you. If it is not possible for you to give me that, no one can give me that. And don't tell, attend a course. You are going to leave, and I am also going to leave very soon. So give me that jnanam by which I will behold you now with open eyes. Then Bhagavan laughed, smiled. Very intelligent. Shishyo Brihaspate Sakshad Uddhavo Buddhisattamaha. Very intelligent. Because the chapter before, he gave Kriya Yoga, a big chapter full of yoga. Uddhava has seen many yogis, so he understood. This course, this Upadesha is all for what, so that the disciple will not disturb the teacher. Because if the person is ripe enough, he will get it like this. Otherwise, he will constantly pester the teacher. So give him a dog tail to straighten, so that he will no more disturb. So do this, do puja, do all that abhishekam. Every day take some new flower, some new mantra you study. In the process, he will have no time to think. So then Uddhava says, Bhagavan, give me, I have no time. See, the person has to reach this stage. The person, when he becomes seriously aware, dispassionate, and when his mind is mature enough to understand the utter simplicity of jnanam, the complex mind is always seeking some complex sadhana. But when the mind becomes really mature, one word from the teacher can make him a Jivan Mukta. Yatha tathya upadeshena kritartha sattva buddhiman. Ajivamapi jijñasuhu parastatra vimuhyati. Ashtavakara says, Yatha tathya yatha tatha bhavaha. The very swarupa of Atma is heard from a jnani, a person whose buddhi is sattvikam. He will attain jnanam. The complex intellect person, intellectuals, all their life reading this book, reading that book, getting complex ideas, and at last gets deluded. This jigsaw puzzle, the brain, it will not allow him to rest. Vishranti. So Uddhava, by his bhakti, has now understood this secret. So he tells Bhagavan, tell me that. Then Krishna is already tired. He said, Hantate kathayishyami. He says, Hantate. Oh Uddhava, I will tell you that. I will tell you that first, have that pure renunciation within you. Visarjya smayamanan swan drisham vridam cha daihikim. Before that he says, Brahmane Pulkase sthene brahmanye arke spulingake akrure krurake chaiva samadrik pandito mataha. Who is this pandita? He has no bheda buddhi anywhere, whether he is a brahmana, whether he is a pulkasa. Pulkasa means one who is uncultured, one who is eating dog meat. That is his prarabdha. But the Pandita is looking at the Brahmana and this Pulkasa. He is not looking at the body, looking at the indweller Atma Shuddha Chaitanyam. Not only that, Stena means a thief. Stenanam pataye namaha. Sri Rudra says, Namaskara to that leader of thieves. Namaskara to that leader of robbers. Taskaranam pataye namaha. So for Stena also a namaskara. He comes to steal. He also gets grace from this jnani. Brahmanye, a bhakta, one who has good bhakti. In the uncultured person, in a cultured person, and in the sun, and in the stars, and in world you will find all contradictions. Someone who is a violent person, a villain, very bad person. Even there, because the bad person is bad person according to his prarabdha. But you look at him, have opinion about him, aversion for him, your mind is disturbed. You are affected. You will forget all that after satsang. That force is there, no? Prakriti, Swabhava. So, Krura. Krura means one who is not compassionate, one who is very cruel. Krura, cruel. All same words. Akrura, very compassionate person. Akrure krurage chaiva samadrik pandito mata. This pandita, don't think a pandita is behaving to all in that way. No. It is a subjective experience. You are seeing a krura, you are not going and following him or going and hugging him, but you have no hatred towards him. In him also you know Atma is there. And Akrura, very compassionate person, there also you know it is Bhagavan who is Akrura. And a thief is there, you are not going behind him, but you have no hatred towards him. You have to understand it in the right context. And a Brahmana is there, very knowledgeable, very sattvika, there also. And an uncultured person, they will be there, but you have no hatred. In other aspects, you can be friendly with them when you see them. Okay, something is needed, you can be helpful. But you see that indweller Narayana, Antaryami there. So Bhagavan tells, such a one is Pandita Arjun, Uddhava. Now Bhagavan, how will I attain that? Visrijya smayamanan swan. Here Bhagavan very clearly says, people around you might be egoistic, disturbing you. Selfish, all these things you cannot change. So don't get attached to anyone, because then only this knowledge will become effective inside you. Don't hate anybody, but don't get attached also. Drisham vridam cha daihikim. Stop this looking at others by the stamp of their body, by the sticker of their body, the name that is given to that body. Give up that body idea. added to it one sadhana Bhagavan gave. That is very difficult sadhana. Especially a person who is more than 100 years old. You know what is sadhana? Pranamet. From a distance you fall and do namaskara. So that you will have this bhava inside you. Whom should I do namaskara? All. Whom should I do namaskara? You know, this Smriti Shastra, they have all these separations. A person who is above should not do namaskara to one who is below. It's general principle. A father, mother should not do namaskara to his son or children or grandchildren. This is general principle. And the grandchild or son or the student has to do namaskara to the teacher. The teacher should not do namaskara to the student. So to Varnashrama Dharma also, those who are the higher plane, they should, these kind of differences are all there in the Smritis. And Sannyasis also. A Sannyasi who has taken Sannyāsa long before us, you see him do namaskara. There also, if that person is not a real Brahmavit or Shruti is not sufficiently there, one who has come in the tradition should not do namaskara there. And for sannyasis, especially Danda sannyasi, the smritis, they should not do namaskara to those who are not Danda sannyasis. These Vedas are there. Sureshwaracharya says in Vartika, Pramadino Bahishchittaha Kalahapriyaha Nyasinopi Bahishchittaha Kalahotsukaha Daiva Sandushidashayaha. Regarding these kind of things, discussing whether I should do namaskara to him or he should do namaskara to me. Considering all these things, the mind becomes polluted. So in Bhagavad Dharma, sometimes children are also worshipped. During Navaratri, even great sannyasis, they will worship small girls as Divine Mother. They will put flower in their feet, do namaskara, do arati as Divine Mother. Sometimes even children. So it is better that you see Bhagavan in everyone and do namaskar. Regarding respecting each other, this Dharma Shastra has its own place. That is for general rule. But that also affects our ego. And all kind of confusion comes. Should I do namaskara to him or he should do namaskara to me? Should I stand up when he comes or should he? All these conflicts will come. So, if you can see Bhagavan in everyone, you can do namaskar. And if he feels Bhagavan in you, he can also do namaskara. So nothing wrong. By doing namaskara, nobody will come down, become low. Not doing namaskara, ego can come, problem can arise. So here, Bhagavan says, Pranamet dandavat bhumo. Give up all this shame, this feeling ashamed regarding the body idea. Identifying with the body, you feel, oh, how will I do namaskara like that? Pranavet dandavat bhumau. Whom should I do namaskara? Ashva Chandala Gokharam. A dog eater, a donkey, a jnani, devata, everywhere. Why not? Nothing is lost. So, this Bhagavata Dharma solves the problem very easily. Pranamed dandavat bhumau ashva chandala gokharam. Nothing is lost. If I do namaskara, people will consider me low. All these things. And complex problems are also there sometimes, in world, this kind of problem will come. Such in modern world, if somebody is doing namaskara to another person, they will take photo. And they will say, see, he has done namaskara to that person. And that will, so this kind of problems are there. So one Mahatma used to say, better do namaskara like this to all. For everywhere, if you do namaskara like this, nothing is lost. And falling and doing namaskara, complexities can arise. So this is enough. Do namaskara like this with the bhava that Ishvara is there inside. Here also I have found that is their prarabdha. If we do like this, they will do like this. What to do? There are complexities there. This vikalpas arise. So that is their prarabdha. What can we do? So these things cannot be avoided. You can have at least that bhava inside you. It is enough. You can have that bhava that inside everyone the same Bhagavan is there. With that bhava, naturally, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, you can see, he will neither do namaskara nor do ashirvada, nistutihi nirnamaskaraha niswathakara yevacha. Chalachala jinketasya yatari yadrichiko. When person is absolutely free of ego, neither ashirvada nor namaskara, nothing, nobody will feel it also in an odd way. But one should not imitate that. It is better to do namaskara. As a bhakta, as a sadhaka, nothing wrong. Do namaskara, that is good. And if one follows the Dharma Shastra, right way, he respects the higher kind of beings. Sometimes some great Mahatmas, with whole heart they will say Ashirvadam. It is all Shastra, nothing wrong. So that all should fall at the right place, then nothing wrong. Everything is in the right order, then nothing wrong. Anyway, so that is another subject. I went to Bhagavatam because this shloka is like that. So the 18th shloka. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne.
Brahmane Gavihastini.
Brahmane Gavihastini.
Shuni Chaiva Shvapakecha.
Shuni Chaiva Shvapakecha.
Panditaha Samadarshinaha.
Pandita Samadarshinaha.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane. In a Brahmana endowed with learning and humility, or a cow, or an elephant, or a dog, or even if it be an outcast who eats dog meat, the wise behold the same Atma, same self in all. There is an incident in Namadeva's life. We have written this in Bhagavad Gita commentary, it is there. That he used to meditate, sit alone for days and days singing on Vitthala in ecstasy. So one day his wife searched for him here and there and found her in a forest. She brought roti to him and he said, keep it there. He was singing. Then he found a dog, took that roti and was running. The Namadeva saw, It is Panduranga himself who has come in the form of that dog. He went behind the dog, hugged the dog, embraced the dog, and put ghee and dal on that roti and was feeding the dog. He saw Ishvara in that dog. Not as a dog, but as Bhagavan himself. So, Shuni, Shvabhage, as Shankaracharya's life we find, Chandalostu sadudvijostu guru rityesha manisha mama. Whether he is a Sandala or Brahmana, in him I see Brahman. So, this kind of knowledge, Vidyavinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini, Shuni Jaiva Shvabhageja Panditaha Samadarshinaha. The Pandita is a Samadarshi. In Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's life, you can see cow, you can see dogs, you can see monkeys, peacock, squirrels. All that he considered them as he considered human beings. In the same way. Looking at all of them like a family member. Seeing the same self inside them. The problem is practical difficulty. How to keep the dog or a cow inside the house. And they also don't want it. They want to freely move about. You keep them inside a AC room, they don't want it. And sometimes, how can I do that practically? That is why the Shastra says it is all easy for a person who himself has no house. He will stay with the dog. He will stay with the elephant, snake or any other creature. He is also like them, then it is very easy. As we are leading an artificial life, we want to provide them also these artificial things, then difficulty might arise. So that is due to our ignorant way of living, not due to the disorder that the jnanam creates. So if renunciation is there, these are all easy. If renunciation is not there, you want them to behave like you, then you see the same wherever they are in that way. Then only it is possible. So, the Samadarshitvam means no hatred, no aversion. That is Samadarshitvam. One who has attained this Samadarshitvam, he has got liberated here and now. That is the next shloka. Ihaivatayirjita sargaha
Ihaivatayirjita sargaha
Yesham samye sthitam manaha
Yesham samye sthitam manaha
Nirdosham hi samam brahma
Nirdosham hi samam brahma
Tasmad brahmani te sthitaha
Tasmad brahmani te sthitaha.
Ihaivataihi sargaha jitaha. They have conquered creation here, gone beyond birth and death. One who is able to behold the same Brahman everywhere. Gavi, we said, there is a story of Jnaneshwara, that they were all born Jnaneshwara, Nivrittinath, Sopanadev, Muktabai. They were born to Vitthal Pant. He he went to Sannyāsa and came back to Grihastha. So the whole society kept him as an outcast. They didn't allow the children also to get the samskara, upanayana. After the death of their father, they all went to Paitan. It's a very important city even now. Pratisthana. So there they went to the Brahmana Sabha and they said, we want to get ourselves initiated. Because that is the right. And all the scholars said, how can we initiate you? You are not born to any varna. You are born to a sannyasi. So how can we initiate you? Then Jnaneshwara, they had some conversation where Jnaneshwara said, one who beholds Brahman everywhere is a Brahmana. That is the Brahmanya in the true sense. Then that scholar said, it is all very easy to say, but is it practically possible? That buffalo is going there, see one person was taking a buffalo. Will it chant Vedam? That is not a right question. Buffalo is buffalo, human being is a human being. It's Upadhi Dharma. But Jnaneshwara as a Siddha Purusha decided to give them a shock. So he called the buffalo. And he said inside the buffalo also that Antaryami Deva is there. See, when the Jnani is able to look at that Antaryami, that Deva, the all-powerful being, he can call forth for any kind of siddhi. So he said, oh Narayana, inside buffalo, chant Vedam. Sometimes human beings will chant like buffalo. So here buffalo with Suswara, in good voice, it started chanting Rigveda. Very clear. And all of them around, they all got terrified. What is happening? First, that buffalo person, he ran away. The story goes, he was a Muslim. He said, I don't want this buffalo, keep it, and he ran away. It is saying something. And these Brahmanas in the village, they said, you are a Jnani, but this buffalo we cannot handle, you keep it. Because suppose if we chant wrong and the buffalo corrects it, that will be more difficulty. And Jnaneshwara used to take that buffalo with him. His Bhagavad Gita, the buffalo used to listen. And there is a place where the buffalo had a samadhi. You can go and see even now that. So, everywhere the Jnani is looking at that Atma, that Brahma inside. When you see Brahman inside buffalo, buffalo is gone. When you see Bhagavan inside a man, man is gone. When you see Bhagavan inside a woman, woman is gone. When you see Bhagavan inside a dog, dog is gone. Tvam stri tvam pumanasi, tvam kumara utava kumari, tvam jirno dandena vanchasi, tvam jato bhavasi vishwato mukaha. The Shvetashvatara Upanishad, the Rishi says, oh Bhagavan, you are man, you are woman, you are girl, you are boy, you are the old man. You are everything. When you see Bhagavan there, the girl, boy, man, woman, nothing exists. Only he exists. One who gets this power of seeing, this is called Anvikshiki Vidya. Prahlada had that power. Hiranyakashipu, who was so powerful, he himself says, even Indra will shiver before me. But he himself could not handle this feeble, this faint, this slim, small child. Because when he was looking at Hiranyakashipu, he was seeing Narayana in him. And Hiranyakashipu was also feeling that bhakti inside him when Prahlada was looking at him. So that much of meditativeness, that much of tapasya, to see Bhagavan in the heart of all, is Anvikshiki Vidya. Anvikshiki Malarkaya Prahladadibhya Uchivan, as Bhagavata says. So one who is able to see like that, he has crossed the border of all bondage here and now. Ihaiva taihi jita sargaha. They have gone beyond all bondage from creation. Esham samye sthitam manaha. Their mind has found that samasthiti, no vikalpa, no dualistic movements. No I, he, you, this vikalpa is gone. Nirdosham, there is no dosha inside. Dosha is Dvaita Buddhi is dosha, that is gone. Gunadosha Drishir dosha, that is gone. Nirdosham hi samam. That samatva is seen, that is Brahma Jnana, and such a person, Brahmanite Sthitahas. They are established in Brahman. So we have almost 10 more verses. Tomorrow. And last few verses are like a preparation for the next chapter. 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. So that we will continue tomorrow evening. Morning we will see for Viveka Chudamani. Next 25th is the Ekadashi, July 25th. Ekadashi before Chaturmasya. Chaturmasya we are having in Tiruvannamalai. So every day satsanga will be there. From 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock it will be there. We are yet to decide. It will be in Tamil. "25th Ekadashi, in our Hosur Ashrama, generally we don't conduct anything there because stay facility is not sufficient. But space is there for satsanga. So on that Ekadashi, 25th July, we are planning a retreat from morning to evening. So devotees can come morning and leave by evening. If they are coming from distance, they have to find some place to stay in Hosur town. So they can come in the morning, spend the whole day there. Evening after the satsang, they can leave. It is a Saturday, July 25th. So that we are planning. You can see further details from the site, Voice of Rishis. There you can know what will be the satsanga, etc. After that, Chaturmasyam will be Tiruvannamalai. That is 29th is Guru Purnima. From there onwards, it will be Tiruvannamalai. Hosur Ashrama also you can find how to reach there. So it will be all given in the site. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम जयाद्य वैद्य गीते विषाद रोग भाजे प्रदत्त सर्वतापहारि दिव्य भेषजे वेद केदार जैसी भेद खेदादि रोग नाशनेत्यंत शक्त मुक्ति भेषजा जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम त्वमेव माधवोक्त समस्त भेद हंत्री सांख्य कर्म भक्ति योग मुक्ति वारिधे सततमात्म संस्थं कलयमानसं त्वं विहाय सर्वचिन्तामिति प्रगायसि जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम स्वल्पमप्यधीता निखिल मोहजेत्री सकल दुःख जालतूल सबल वातुला त्वदीय दिव्यवाणी सतत परिनिषेवां देवी दीयतां नो ब्रह्मवादिनी जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम अशेष वेदसारं सखापरात्मतत्त्वं समर विमुख चित्तं सखायमब्रवीत् त्वमेव साति गुह्या निरस्त मोह शोक पुनश्च बादरायणेन गीत वैभवा गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम प्रपद्य मामनन्यं विमुञ्च सर्वधर्मान् अशेष पापमुक्ततां त्वमाशु गच्छसि अवाप्नुयाश्च शान्तिं स्थितिं च शाश्वतीं त्वाम् इति प्रगर्जयन्तीं भजामि मातरम् जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम जय जय हरि गीते जननि वंदनम।